Stop everything you are doing right now. What I'm about to reveal will either transform you into someone dangerously wealthy or you will dismiss it and remain financially stuck forever. Yesterday, I witnessed something that perfectly illustrates why most people stay broke their entire lives. A man spent 20 minutes complaining about his financial struggles while simultaneously ordering a $20 coffee and a $60 meal. This scenario plays out millions of times every day. Perhaps you see yourself in this story. Perhaps you are exhausted from watching others build fortunes while you barely manage to cover your monthly expenses. Perhaps you are tired of hearing wealthy people say, money is not everything when they have never experienced true financial hardship. You are not poor because you lack intelligence. You are not struggling because the economy is against you. You remain broke because you have been fed lies about money that serve one purpose, keeping you dependent on systems controlled by the wealthy. 70 years ago, one extraordinary man decoded the actual principles of wealth creation. Not the sanitized stories they teach in universities, not the motivational fluff about following your dreams, the real uncompromising laws that govern financial success. Jim Rohn transformed from a struggling farm worker to a millionaire before his 31st birthday. He mentored Tony Robbins influenced countless entrepreneurs and understood that wealth follows predictable patterns. Today, you will discover how to become someone who never experiences financial anxiety again. Someone who creates wealth while others create excuses. Someone who understands that being rich is not about possessing money. It is about becoming the type of person money naturally flows toward. In the next 30 minutes, I will share 8 ruthless principles that will revolutionize your relationship with money. You will transform from someone who chases financial opportunities to someone opportunities chase. From someone who works for money to someone money works for. From someone who hopes for financial freedom to someone who commands it. But I must warn you, once you understand these principles, you cannot unlearn them. Once you see how wealth actually operates, you cannot return to financial ignorance. Once you develop a millionaire mindset, you cannot go back to broke thinking. Now I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments: I choose wealth over comfort. Are you ready to become dangerously rich? Lesson 1. Income rarely exceeds personal development. Right now, 2 completely different people exist within your mind when it comes to money. One believes that money corrupts people, that wealthy individuals are inherently greedy, that desiring financial success makes you shallow and materialistic. The other understands that money is simply a powerful tool, that wealth creates genuine freedom, that financial success enables you to serve others at unprecedented levels. Every single day, you feed one of these mindsets and starve the other. Every financial decision you make strengthens one perspective and weakens the other. Today, we are going to systematically starve your broke mindset and deliberately feed your wealthy mindset. Your broke mindset represents everything you were taught about money by people who never possessed any significant wealth. It is the internal voice that whispers, money does not really matter, while you stress about paying basic bills. It is what generates guilt when you desire more abundance, even though you deserve financial prosperity. It is the part of your psyche that believes wealth belongs to other people, never to you. This destructive programming began during your earliest years. Your parents wanted you to appreciate what little you had. Your teachers wanted you to believe that money could not purchase happiness. Society wanted you to think that pursuing wealth automatically makes you a greedy person. But grateful people do not build empires. Content people do not create fortunes. People who genuinely believe money does not matter never accumulate any meaningful amounts. Jim Rohn once said, "Income rarely exceeds personal development." This is not merely an inspirational quote. This represents the fundamental law governing all wealth creation. You will never earn significantly more than you believe you are worth. You will never build wealth beyond your personal capacity to handle it responsibly. You will never become rich until you develop the mindset, skills, and character of a genuinely wealthy person. Most people approach this completely backwards. They think if they just possessed more money, they would automatically become happier, more confident, more successful in life. But wealth does not change who you are fundamentally. It reveals who you are authentically. If you are undisciplined with $1,000, you will be undisciplined with $100,000. If you cannot manage a modest budget, you cannot manage a substantial fortune. If you do not respect money when you have little, You will not respect it when you have much. The transformation begins with understanding that you do not get rich by accident or luck. You get rich by deliberate design. You do not stumble into wealth randomly. You develop into it systematically. Every millionaire started as someone who made a conscious decision to become worth $1 million. They did not hope for it, wish for it, or wait for it. They developed themselves into the kind of person who naturally attracts and maintains substantial wealth. Start paying careful attention to your internal money conversations. When you see someone driving an expensive car, does your broke self immediately say they must be drowning in debt? Or does your wealthy self ask, I wonder what business they are in? When you hear about someone making substantial money, does your broke self say they just got lucky? Or does your wealthy self ask, what can I learn from their success? Your income represents a direct reflection of your value in the marketplace. If you want to earn more money, you must become worth more to others. If you want to attract wealth, you must develop the characteristics that wealth respects: discipline, consistency, value creation, and strategic thinking. The market does not care about your personal needs, your monthly bills, or your financial dreams. The market only pays for genuine value delivered. Transform your broke self, not through hatred or violence, but through education and growth. Read what wealthy people read. Think how wealthy people think. Act how wealthy people act. Choose growth over comfort. Choose learning over entertainment. Choose development over stagnation. Your broke self will resist this transformation violently. It will remind you of all the reasons why you supposedly cannot be wealthy. It will show you examples of rich people who appear unhappy. It will try to convince you that wanting money makes you a fundamentally bad person. Let it resist. Let it complain. Let it transform. Because on the other side of your broke mindset, death is a person who understands that wealth is not only possible, but inevitable when you develop yourself into someone who truly deserves it. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My income grows as I grow. Lesson 2. Profits are better than wages. Here is a truth that will separate you from 95% of the population forever. Wages make you a basic living, but profits make you a genuine fortune. Most people spend their entire adult lives trading time for money, never understanding that this represents the slowest possible path to wealth ever created. You possess exactly 24 hours in each day. Even if you become the highest paid employee in the entire world, your income remains fundamentally limited by time. But profits? Profits have absolutely no ceiling. When you work for wages, you are essentially renting yourself to someone else's vision. They pay you just enough to keep you returning each day, but never enough to become their direct competition. They provide just enough for survival, but not enough for genuine prosperity. This is not evil or malicious. This is simply business. They are not operating a charity organization. They are running a profit-generating machine, and employees represent an expense, not an investment. Jim Rohn understood this when he said profits are better than wages. Wages make you a living, profits make you a fortune. The wealthy do not work for money. They make money work for them. They do not trade time for dollars. They create systems that generate dollars whether they are actively working or not. Think about this logically. When you have a traditional job, you get paid once for your work. When you own a business, you get paid every single time someone purchases your product or service. When you have a job, your income stops the moment you stop working. When you own assets, your income continues whether you are awake or asleep, working or vacationing, healthy or sick. The employee mindset says, I need job security. The profit mindset says I need multiple income streams. The employee mindset says I hope they do not fire me. The profit mindset says I hope my systems keep generating revenue. The employee mindset says I work for money. The profit mindset says money works for me. This does not mean you should quit your job tomorrow and start a business. That is not strategic, that is stupid. What it means is that you should start thinking like an owner while you are still an employee. Start building profit-generating activities on the side. Start creating value that can be monetized. Start developing skills that can be turned into income streams. The internet has made profit generation easier than ever in human history. You can start an online business with almost no capital. You can create digital products that sell while you sleep. You can build audiences that become customers. You can develop expertise that people will pay for. The tools are available. The opportunities are endless. The only thing missing is your decision to stop thinking thinking like an employee and start thinking like an entrepreneur. But here is what most people do not understand about the transition from wages to profits. It requires a completely different relationship with risk and uncertainty. Employees want guaranteed paychecks. Entrepreneurs understand that the biggest risk is not taking any risks. Employees want someone else to be responsible for their income. Entrepreneurs take full responsibility for their financial results. Machiavelli once said, "Fortune favors the bold." The bold do not wait for permission to create wealth. They do not ask their boss for a raise, they create their own income increases. They do not hope for promotions, they promote themselves by building their own enterprises. Start small, but start. Sell something, create something, build something. The amount does not matter initially. What matters is that you begin to understand the difference between earning money and making money. When you earn money, you trade your time. When you make money, you leverage systems, people, and assets to generate income. Your goal is not to replace your job income immediately. Your goal is to develop the mindset, skills, and systems that will eventually make your job optional. When your profit-generating activities start producing more than your wages, you will have achieved what most people never will: financial independence. The wealthy understand that wages are a starting point, not a destination. They use employment to fund their real wealth-building activities. They see jobs as stepping stones, not final destinations. They know that true wealth comes from ownership, not employment. Stop thinking like someone who works for money. Start thinking like someone money works for. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I build profits, not just paychecks. Lesson 3. Time is more valuable than money. Most people have this completely backwards. They will spend an hour driving across town to save $5, but they will not spend $5 to save an hour of their time. They will work overtime for extra money, but they will not invest money to buy back their time. They treat time like it is unlimited and money like it is scarce, when the reality is exactly the opposite. You can always make more money. You can never make more time. Money is renewable. Time is not. Money can be replaced. Time once spent is gone forever. Yet most people guard their money more carefully than they guard their time. This is the thinking that keeps people poor forever. Rohn said, "Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time." The wealthy understand this principle at a cellular level. They do not just spend money to save time, they invest money to multiply time. They buy tools, systems, and services that give them leverage. They hire people to do tasks that do not require their specific expertise. They automate processes that can run without their direct involvement. Think about how the average person approaches time versus how wealthy people approach time. The average person watches 3 to 4 hours of television per day. That is 21 to 28 hours per week. That is 1,092 to 1,456 hours per year. That is enough time to master a new skill, build a side business, or create multiple income streams. But instead, they are consuming entertainment while complaining about not having enough time to build wealth. Wealthy people understand that time is their most precious asset, so they are extremely selective about how they spend it. They do not watch much television. They do not scroll social media for hours. They do not engage in activities that do not move them closer to their goals. Every hour is evaluated based on its potential return on investment. This is where most people get confused. They think wealthy people are workaholics who never rest. That is not true. Wealthy people are strategic about their time. They work intensely on high-value activities, and they rest completely when they rest. They do not waste time on low-value activities that make them feel busy but do not make them money. The broke mindset says, "I cannot afford to hire help." The wealthy mindset says, "I cannot afford not to hire help." The broke mindset says, "I will do it myself to save money." The wealthy mindset says, "I will pay someone else to do it so I can focus on higher value activities." The broke mindset counts pennies. The wealthy mindset counts hours. Start auditing your time like wealthy people audit their investments. Track where your time goes for 1 week. You will be shocked at how much time you waste on activities that do not contribute to your wealth-building goals. Television, social media, gossip, complaining, worrying, these are all time thieves that steal your most valuable resource. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." Do not wait until you are wealthy to start valuing your time. Start valuing your time now, and wealth will follow. Every minute you spend on low-value activities is a minute you are not spending on wealth-building activities. Begin to think of your time in terms of hourly value. If you want to earn $100,000 per year, your time needs to be worth approximately $50 per hour. Every hour you spend watching television is $50 you are not earning. Every hour you spend on social media is $50 you are investing in someone else's wealth instead of your own. This does not mean you can never relax or have fun. It means you should be intentional about your relaxation and fun. Schedule it, plan it, enjoy it fully when you do it. But do not let entertainment and leisure activities consume the time you need for wealth-building activities. The wealthy buy time in every way possible. They live closer to work to reduce commute time. They hire housekeepers to free up time for income-generating activities. They use delivery services to avoid shopping trips. They invest in tools and technology that automate routine tasks. Every dollar spent to save time is a dollar invested in wealth creation. Your relationship with time determines your relationship with money. When you start treating time as your most valuable asset, you will naturally start making decisions that lead to wealth. When you stop wasting time on activities that do not serve your financial goals, you will have more time for activities that do. Time is the ultimate currency. Spend it wisely. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I invest my time like a millionaire. Lesson 4. Learn to work harder on yourself than on your job. Here is the mistake that keeps most people financially average forever. They work harder on their job than they work on themselves. They will spend 8 hours a day making someone else rich, but they will not spend 1 hour a day making themselves more valuable. They will attend every meeting their boss schedules, but they will not attend seminars that could change their financial future. They will follow their company training program, but they will not create their own personal development program. This is backwards thinking that leads to backwards results. Your job is temporary. Your skills are permanent. Your company might fire you. Your abilities travel with you forever. Your employer pays you for your current value. The market pays you for your developed value. Jim Rohn said, "Work harder on yourself than you do on your job." This is not just career advice. This is wealth-building strategy. The most successful people in every field are not the ones who work the hardest at their jobs. They are the ones who work the hardest on developing themselves into people who command higher compensation. Think about it this way. If you work hard on your job, you might get a 3 to 5% raise each year. If you work hard on yourself, you might double or triple your income in the same time period. If you focus only on your current responsibilities, you will become really good at your current job. If you focus on developing new skills and capabilities, you will become qualified for much better jobs. The average person reads less than 1 book per year after they finish school. The average millionaire reads 1 book per month. The average person spends their free time on entertainment. The average millionaire spends their free time on education. The average person thinks learning ends when school ends. The average millionaire thinks learning is a lifelong process that directly correlates with earning. Your formal education might get you your first job, but your self-education determines how far you go financially. The skills that got you where you are will not get you where you want to go. The knowledge that made you successful at your current level will not make you successful at the next level. You must constantly upgrade your mental software to run more sophisticated financial programs. This is where most people make a critical error. They think that working hard at their job is enough. They think that being loyal to their company will be rewarded with financial security. They think that doing what they are told will lead to wealth. But companies do not exist to make employees wealthy. Companies exist to make owners wealthy. Employees are a cost center. Owners are the profit center. The wealthy understand that they are the CEO of their own personal corporation. Their job is just one client of their personal corporation. They might be a good client, but they are not the only client. The wealthy develop multiple income streams, multiple skill sets, and multiple ways to create value in the marketplace. Machiavelli once said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and a lion lion to frighten wolves. You must be a fox in developing your skills and a lion in applying them. You must be strategic about what you learn and bold about how you use what you have learned. Start treating yourself like a business that needs constant improvement. What are your core competencies? What are your competitive advantages? What skills do you need to develop to increase your market value? What knowledge do you need to acquire to serve clients at a higher level? What abilities do you need to build to command higher compensation? Invest in yourself like wealthy people. Invest in assets. Buy books. Attend seminars. Take courses. Hire coaches. Join mastermind groups. Develop skills that are in high demand and short supply. Learn how to solve expensive problems for people who can afford to pay for solutions. The return on investment in yourself is always higher than any other investment you can make. A $500 course that teaches you a skill worth an extra $10,000 per year is a 2,000% return on investment. A $5,000 coaching program that helps you double your income is a 1,000% return on investment. No stock, bond, or real estate investment can compete with the returns you get from investing in your own development. Your job will pay you what you are worth to them. The market will pay you what you are worth to it. Make yourself worth more to the market by becoming more valuable to the market. Work harder on yourself than you work on your job, and your job will become just one of many options for monetizing your value. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I am my best investment. Lesson 5. Set goals or be forever at the mercy of those who do. Here is a truth that will shock you. Less than 3% of people have written goals. Less than 1% review their goals regularly. And yet studies show that people with written goals earn 10 times more than people without them. This is not coincidence. This is cause and effect. Goals do not just help you achieve more, they transform you into the type of person who achieves more. Most people live their lives like passengers on a bus. They get on, pay their fare, and hope the driver takes them somewhere good. They have no control over the destination, the route, or the timeline. They are completely at the mercy of someone else's plan. But wealthy people live their lives like pilots of their own aircraft. They choose the destination, plan the route, and control every aspect of the journey. Rohn said, "If you do not design your own life plan, chances are you will fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much." This is not just about goal setting. This is about taking control of your financial destiny. When you do not have clear financial goals, you become a victim of other people's financial goals. Your boss has goals for your productivity. Your bank has goals for your debt. Your government has goals for your taxes. Advertisers have goals for your spending. Everyone has plans for your money except you. When you do not set your own financial goals, you automatically become a participant in everyone else's financial goals. Think about how most people approach their finances. They hope for raises. They wish for promotions. They dream about winning the lottery. They wait for someone else to improve their financial situation. This is not a strategy. This is a fantasy. Hope is not a plan. Wishing is not a strategy. Dreaming without action is just entertainment. Goals transform hope into strategy. Goals convert wishes into plans. Goals turn dreams into deadlines. When you have specific written, time-bound financial goals, everything changes. Your decisions become strategic. Your actions become purposeful. Your results become predictable. But here is what most people do not understand about goal setting. The primary benefit is not achieving the goal. The primary benefit is becoming the type of person who can achieve the goal. The goal is the target, but the transformation is the treasure. You might set a goal to earn $100,000 per year, but the real value is developing the skills, habits, and mindset of someone who earns $100,000 per year. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." Fools wait for perfect conditions to set goals. Wise people set goals and create the conditions to achieve them. Fools make excuses about why their goals are impossible. Wise people make plans about how their goals are inevitable. Your goals must be specific, measurable, and time-bound. I want to be rich is not a goal. It is a wish. I will have a net worth of $1 million by December 31st, 2029 is a goal. I want more money is not a goal. I will increase my income to $10,000 per month within 24 months is a goal. Written goals have power that mental goals do not have. When you write down your goals, you engage different parts of your brain. You create psychological commitment. You establish accountability. You transform vague desires desires into concrete intentions. The act of writing crystallizes your thinking and activates your subconscious mind to work on solutions. But setting goals is only the beginning. You must review your goals regularly. Daily is best, weekly is minimum, monthly is too infrequent. Your goals must be constantly in your consciousness, influencing your decisions, guiding your actions, and measuring your progress. Goals that are written once and forgotten are wishes that were temporarily organized. Your goals should scare you a little and excite you a lot. If your goals do not require you to grow, they are not goals. They are just things you are going to do anyway. If your goals do not challenge your current capabilities, they will not develop new capabilities. If your goals do not push you outside your comfort zone, they will not expand your comfort zone. The wealthy understand that goals are not just about achievement, they are about attraction. When you have clear goals, you start noticing opportunities that align with those goals. When you know exactly what you want, you start attracting people who can help you get it. When you are specific about your destination, you start recognizing the paths that lead there. Set financial goals that inspire you to become more than you currently are. Set income goals that require you to develop new skills. Set wealth goals that demand you think differently about money. Set goals or spend your life achieving someone else's goals. Drop this affirmation in the comments: my goals guide my destiny. Lesson 6. Income seldom exceeds personal philosophy. Your bank account is a perfect reflection of your money philosophy. Show me someone who is broke, and I will show you someone with a broke philosophy about money. Show me someone who is wealthy, and I will show you someone with a wealthy philosophy about money. Your financial results are not determined by your circumstances, your education, or your connections. Your financial results are determined by your beliefs about money. Most people have inherited their money philosophy from people who never had any money. They learned about wealth from people who were broke. They developed their financial beliefs from people who struggled financially their entire lives. This is like learning about health from sick people or learning about success from failures. You cannot get rich with poor people beliefs about money. Rohn said, income seldom exceeds personal philosophy. This is the most important wealth principle most people never understand. Your philosophy about money determines your actions with money. Your actions with money determine your results with money. If you want different results, you need a different philosophy. The broke philosophy says money is the root of all evil. The wealthy philosophy says the love of money is the root of all evil, but money itself is a tool for good. The broke philosophy says rich people are greedy. The wealthy philosophy says poor people who criticize rich people are envious. The broke philosophy says money does not buy happiness. The wealthy philosophy says money buys options and options create happiness. Your money philosophy determines how you think about earning, spending, saving, and investing. If you believe money is hard to come by, you will work harder for less. If you believe money is abundant, you will work smarter for more. If you believe rich people are lucky, you will wait for luck. If you believe rich people are strategic, you will develop strategy. Think about the money philosophies you inherited from your family. What did your parents teach you about money? What did they believe about wealthy people? What did they say about the relationship between money and happiness? What did they demonstrate through their financial behaviors? Most people are living out their parents' money philosophy even when that philosophy kept their parents broke. The wealthy understand that philosophy drives behavior and behavior drives results. If you want wealthy results, you need a wealthy philosophy. If you want to think like a millionaire, you need to study how millionaires think. If you want to act like a successful person, you need to understand how successful people view money. Machiavelli once said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be few. Experience what you really are." Your financial philosophy is what you really are when it comes to money. Your bank account is what you appear to be. If there is a disconnect between your philosophy and your results, your philosophy needs to change. Start examining your beliefs about money. Do you believe wealthy people are inherently good or bad? Do you believe money comes easily or with difficulty? Do you believe you deserve wealth or just enough to get by? Do you believe money creates problems or solves them? Do you believe wealthy wealthy people are happier or more miserable than poor people? Your answers to these questions reveal your money philosophy. If your philosophy is limiting your results, you need to upgrade your philosophy. Read books by wealthy people. Study the beliefs of successful entrepreneurs. Learn how millionaires think about money and adopt their thinking as your own. The broke philosophy focuses on spending. The wealthy philosophy focuses on investing. The broke philosophy thinks about money in terms of monthly payments. The wealthy philosophy thinks about money in terms of net worth. The broke philosophy asks, how much does it cost? The wealthy philosophy asks, what is the return on investment? Your philosophy about money will determine whether you see opportunities or obstacles, whether you take calculated risks or play it safe, whether you think long-term or short-term, whether you focus on earning or learning. Every financial decision you make is filtered through your money philosophy. If your current money philosophy has produced your current financial results and you want different results, you need a different philosophy. You cannot solve money problems with the same thinking that created money problems. You cannot build wealth with beliefs that prevent wealth building. The transformation begins with recognizing that your current financial situation is not permanent unless your money philosophy remains unchanged. Change your philosophy and your results will change. Upgrade your beliefs about money and your bank account will upgrade accordingly. Think like the wealthy think, and you will start getting the results the wealthy get. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My philosophy creates my fortune. Lesson 7. For things to change, you must change. Here is the hardest truth about wealth building. The problem is not the economy, the government, your boss, or your circumstances. The problem is you. Until you accept complete responsibility for your financial situation, you will never have the power to change it. As long as you blame external factors for your financial problems, you give those external factors control over your financial solutions. Most people spend more time explaining why they cannot be wealthy than they spend learning how to become wealthy. They have elaborate theories about why the system is rigged, why the rich get richer, why opportunities are not available to them. They have become experts at justifying their financial limitations instead of becoming experts at overcoming them. Rohn said, for things to change, you must change. For things to get better, you must get better. For things to improve, you must improve. This is not just motivational speaking. This is the fundamental law of personal transformation. Your external world is a reflection of your internal world. Your financial results are a reflection of your financial capabilities. Think about this logically. If your current knowledge, skills, and habits were sufficient to make you wealthy, you would already be wealthy. If your current way of thinking about money was effective, you would have more money. If your current approach to wealth building was working, you would be building wealth. The fact that you are not where you want to be financially means something about your approach needs to change. But here is what most people do not want to hear. The change required is not small. It is not about working a little harder or saving a little more. The change required is fundamental. You need to change how you think, how you learn, how you work, how you spend, how you save, and how you invest. You need to become a different person to get different results. The broke person you are today cannot create the wealthy life you want tomorrow. The person who created your current financial situation cannot create a significantly different financial situation. You must evolve into someone who naturally attracts and maintains wealth. This evolution requires you to challenge everything you currently believe about money. Machiavelli once said, since it is difficult to join them together, it is safer to be feared than to be loved when one of the two must be lacking. Sometimes you must be willing to be disliked by broke people to be respected by wealthy people. Sometimes you must be willing to be misunderstood by those who do not understand wealth to be understood by those who do. The changes required for wealth building often conflict with social expectations. Your family might not understand why you are working so much on your business. Your friends might not understand why you are not going out as much. Your colleagues might not understand why you are reading business books instead of watching television. You must be willing to be different to get different results. Change is uncomfortable, but staying broke is more uncomfortable. Growth is challenging, but staying stagnant is more challenging. Developing new skills is difficult, but remaining unskilled is more difficult. The pain of discipline weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. Start with changing your daily habits. Wealthy people have wealthy habits. They wake up early. They read educational material. They exercise regularly. They plan their days. They track their finances. They invest consistently. They network strategically. They think long-term. If you want wealthy results, adopt wealthy habits. Change your environment. You become like the people you spend time with. If you are surrounded by people who complain about money, you will develop a complaining relationship with money. If you are surrounded by people who make excuses about wealth, you will develop an excuse-making relationship with wealth. Surround yourself with people who think like you want to think and act like you want to act. Change your inputs. What you read, watch, and listen to shapes how you think. If you are consuming content created by and for broke people, you will develop broke thinking. If you are consuming content created by and for wealthy people, you will develop wealthy thinking. Your mind is like a garden. It grows whatever you plant in it. The person you must become to build wealth might be very different from the person you are today. That is not a problem. That is the point. You are not trying to get rich as the person you currently are. You are trying to become the person who naturally gets rich. For things to change, you must change. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I change. First results follow. Lesson 8. Success is something you attract by the person you become. This is where everything comes together. This is where you understand that wealth is not something you chase, it is something you attract. You do not hunt down financial success like it is hiding from you. You develop yourself into the type of person that financial success naturally flows toward. You become a magnet for money by becoming magnetic to money. Most people have this completely backwards. They think success is something external that happens to them. They think wealth is something they need to find, capture, or convince to come their way. They approach money like beggars approaching a king hoping for charity. But wealthy people understand that success is something internal that flows through them. Rohn said, "Success is something you attract by the person you become." This is the ultimate wealth principle. You do not get rich by accident. You get rich by becoming the type of person who naturally gets rich. You do not stumble into wealth. You develop into it. You do not find financial success. Financial success finds you when you become worth finding. Think about the most successful people you know. Are they constantly chasing opportunities, or do opportunities come to them? Are they begging for business, or is business seeking them out? Are they hunting for investors, or are investors hunting for them? Success flows toward successful people, because successful people have developed the characteristics that success respects. What are those characteristics? Discipline, consistency, value creation, problem-solving ability, strategic thinking, leadership skills, communication abilities, and relentless focus on improvement. These are not just nice personality traits. These are wealth-attracting magnets. When you develop these characteristics, you become someone that money wants to work with. The broke person focuses on getting. The wealthy person focuses on becoming. The broke person asks, "What can I get from this situation?" The wealthy person asks, "What can I become through this situation?" The broke person wants immediate results. The wealthy person wants permanent transformation. This is why lottery winners often end up broke again. They got money without becoming the type of person who can keep money. They had a financial event without a personal transformation. They received wealth without developing wealth consciousness. The money left because they were not magnetic enough to keep it. Machiavelli once said, "Fortune favors the prepared mind." Preparation is not just about having plans and strategies. Preparation is about becoming the type of person who can recognize opportunities, seize them effectively, and convert them into wealth. Preparation is about developing yourself into someone that fortune wants to favor. Your goal is not just to make money. Your goal is to become the type of person who naturally makes money. Your goal is not just to build wealth. Your goal is to become the type of person who naturally builds wealth. Your goal is not just to achieve financial success. Your goal is to become the type of person who naturally attracts financial success. This transformation happens through daily disciplines. Every day you choose to become more disciplined or more undisciplined. Every day you choose to become more valuable or less valuable. Every day you choose to become more attractive to success or less attractive to success. These daily choices compound over time into the person you become. When you become disciplined, opportunities that require discipline become available to you. When you become valuable, people who pay for value become interested in you. When you become solution-oriented, people with expensive problems become attracted to you. When you become trustworthy, people with money become willing to work with you. The wealthy understand that they are not just building businesses or careers, they are building themselves. They are not just developing products or services, they are developing their own capabilities. They are not just creating value for others, they are creating value within themselves. Success leaves clues, and the biggest clue is this: successful people are attractive to success because they have developed the internal characteristics that success respects. They have become the type of people that success wants to partner with. They have transformed themselves into magnets for the very things they want to attract. You started this journey as someone who chases money. You are finishing it as someone money chases. You started as someone who hopes for wealth. You are finishing as someone wealth hopes to find. You started as someone who wants financial success. You are finishing as someone financial success wants to work with. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I attract wealth by who I become. The 8 lessons you have learned today are not just information, they are transformation tools. Income rarely exceeds personal development, so develop yourself relentlessly. Profits are better than wages, so build profit-generating systems. Time is more valuable than money, so invest your time like a millionaire. Work harder on yourself than on your job, so become more valuable to the marketplace. Set goals or be forever at the mercy of those who do so. Design your own financial destiny. Income seldom exceeds personal philosophy, so upgrade your beliefs about money. For things to change, you must change, so become the person who naturally gets the results you want. Success is something you attract by the person you become, so become magnetic to money. You are no longer the person who started watching this video. You have been transformed. You have been educated. You have been equipped with the knowledge that separates the wealthy from the broke. The question now is not whether you can become wealthy. The question is whether you will choose to become wealthy. Your broke self is dying. Your wealthy self is being born. Your old money philosophy is being replaced. Your new money magnetism is being activated. You cannot be held back because your value transcends circumstances. You cannot be stopped because your development is unstoppable. You cannot fail because you have become the type of person that success seeks. The world is waiting for you to claim your financial destiny. Stop asking for permission to be wealthy. Stop hoping for opportunities to get rich. Stop waiting for someone to make you successful. You are the opportunity. You are the wealth. You are the success. This is your moment. This is your transformation. This is your time to become dangerously rich. Now go out there and attract the wealth you have become worthy of receiving. If this video transformed how you think about money and wealth, hit that like button. If you want more content about building wealth, success, mindset, and financial freedom, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Drop a comment and let me know which of these 8 lessons resonated with you most and which one you are going to implement first. Until next time, remember, you do not chase wealth. You attract it by becoming the type of person wealth wants to work with. Stay strategic, stay disciplined, and stay dangerously rich. Drop this final affirmation in the comments: I attract wealth by who I become.